do, Kevin.
Kevin, I gotta be honest. I didn't want to wait for you. I didn't want to wait. They forced me.
Good.
God, you
Genesis
got an
and
SSD.
Destinoto held me at gunpoint, and they were like, "We are waiting," and I was like,
Well, be. Here we are again at episode 98. Welcome everybody to Crafting a Chat. It is a lovely Tuesday evening again. I believe it's like 87 degrees out now. It's great. I love it. It's fantastic.
No.
Stop.
It's not lovely at
Thank
all.
you.
I'm having a bad time. I'm having a real bad
No,
time.
it's great. I love it. I love the heat. Give me more of the heat. I want more of the heat. Please.
I'll die, I guess.
He wants more of the cops. You heard him.
Yeah, give me more, please. I need. Give me the Uvalde cops. That's what I'll take.
Wow.
Oh my God. Oh no, our hearts go out to those families. Oh God, those guys.
That
oh,
ends there.
Oh yeah. Oh my. I trade.
Hearts go out to the families.
for
110%. Those people, they've suffered beyond belief. Obviously.
Oh my God.
You know. Yeah.
Hosted by Gundam Freaks.
It was a dark joke. Woo!
All right. Anyway, gentlemen, how we all doing tonight? How we all feeling?
Pretty good.
Honestly,
good.
I was good. That put me in a dark place, I'm not gonna lie.
Turn the lights on.
Now I'm in the dark.
Fluorescent lights or neon lights?
What's happening? No. Don't continue the light joke. All right, don't continue it.
No. I'm saying we put neon lights on or fluorescent lights. Like I want to know what kind of lights you're putting on.
I got LED. I got an LED bulb.
Oh, all of them.
Ah, there you go. See?
Yeah,
See?
CFLs, the little swirly dudes, I thought were the future, but it turns out those also not as efficient as we once thought. Thankfully, the LEDs are getting more prevalent. They were taking much more low power. I'm going to stop talking about light bulbs.
Nothing wrong with talking about light bulbs, man. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. But anyway.
Talk about what you played last week.
Yes, there's a good segue. Look at. Huh? Oh my God, Kevin! You know what? Go for it, Kevin. Go for it. Host it up for us right now. Go right ahead. Start us off.
Host it up. Oh my God, you got it. All right, Adam, what'd you play this week?
I don't want to go.
All right, fine. Destinoto, what'd you play this week?
He doesn't want to go.
Don't speak for him.
Okay, let's see here.
Don't speak for Genesis.
I called Ghost Runner.
Oh God.
It's like the super intense action cyberpunk platformer game where you're like a robot ninja man and you run on walls and use a grappling hook and you dash and just slice people up and dodge their bullets and swerve around them and all this stuff. And it's super fun, but it's really difficult when you're learning how to play. I'm at a point now, I think, where I'm really getting a hang of it. So I'm trying not to die so much every level anymore, but it keeps creeping back. The high death counters. Adam was there to see that live.
You just said I was there to judge. I was there to judge, and I judged. There was some. I also helped a little bit, I think, but
you definitely helped him a little bit
because you were. There was a moment you were struggling. I was like, it's literally a pattern. But that is a game I cannot play, so you're way better than me at it.
Yeah, it's like it's just so fast paced at times, and the platforming is actually crazy. Like, oh my God, you're jumping on walls, you're sliding down a ramp, you're jumping through a giant fan propeller that you got to stop, that you got to slow down with your abilities. Then you got to slide again. You got to jump over this grinding thing on the floor, dash forward so you don't get hit by it. Then you got to go through the door, and oh my God, it's great. Other than that, I was watching my friend Kendrick play RE2. He's doing a few runs of that on hardcore. He's got an S+. on Neon 1 and Claire 2.
Wait, he got the S Plus already?
He got it a while ago.
I need to watch this man how he
like
plays
way back.
because I clearly suck at that game if he's just breezing through this.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I said when I was, because I watched him as well. Justin Oda and I were doing a thing where we were watching someone on our TVs and then we pulled it up on our phones and we're watching another player. But I was watching him a little bit and I said it looked like he was speed running the game, but like really bad at it. Like,
Yeah, it did look like a speed run.
it looked like a
definitely does
speed
it very
run,
fast.
but from someone who's never played the game before. It's so weird to describe how he plays it. Because it's like he knows exactly where he's going, but somehow he still gets hit a lot.
Yeah, so I think the thing is with that is when the game had first come out, he played it a ton, and he like did all that S Plus hardcore stuff at that time. Then he took a whole break, and he came back to it now because of that whole patch they did with the 60 FPS and the 4K and ray tracing and all that. So kind of get back into that flow that he had, but it definitely takes some time, I think, to get to where he was, like actually just speed running the game on under 2 hours. He's doing it in under 2 hours, just not as clean as.
How do you beat that entire game in under 2 hours? I can't comprehend that. Like, it took me like 12, 13 hours to beat that. I don't understand. Mine must be stupid.
Well,
I must be just dumb.
That was probably your first run, right, or your second run? Or something?
Yeah, but like I still
he's ran the game like a number of times.
Yeah, he's
like,
been
over
through
and
a
over.
lot.
He's also watched like those walkthroughs to do the hardcore speed runs, and he's pretty adept at that game. Which is
a game that
30 frames?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Was it 30 frames before 60 frames?
Yes.
I think so, yeah, because you were playing.
That can really throw you off too.
Yeah.
If you're speedrunning a game, 30 frames to 60 frames is a massive difference. The
it
timing
also
of things is going to be all off.
Yeah.
Not to me.
Frames.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So like for speedrunning, they limit it at 60, I think, or 120. It's one of the two, because if you go way past like 120 even, your knife's just gonna like two-shot everybody, apparently, because it goes by. I don't know if it goes. Yeah, it's to do with something.
Oh, are the enemies taking multiple hits during each?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Digital Foundry talked about that with something.
Works.
Yeah, because what is probably happening because of the higher frame rate, the calculations are happening that much quicker, and since they didn't safeguard that part of the code, it's actually calculating hits faster than it should.
Yeah. So they limit that in speedruns, which is interesting. Yeah. I only knew that when I watched one.
Interesting.
Anyway, I just want to throw it in there. You can go ahead and say whatever, Genesis.
Oh, I was just gonna say I don't know what, like, he's the king of our Resident Evil games. I'll tell you that much. I don't know what I would ever classify myself as the king of, where I could say, oh, yeah, I know how to get through this game.
Kingdom Hearts.
I guess God, I wish I was better at that too. Like,
you the platinum?
Sadly, no, not yet. I have to go back to.
Ain't the king. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's I don't know what I would classify myself as for any of these games.
What about the other ones, like the HD collection?
No.
Stuff.
No, I was close to 2 and 3.
Fake fan.
Look at
this. Fake.
I didn't get the platinums in them because they're difficult. They're not easy. I mean, I spent hours in 2 and 3 both doing the data battles. Like, oh my God, I've spent so much time analyzing the data battles, trying to do them and beat them. And
you're a phony.
Yeah, I'm a phony pony.
No, you're a phony.
I wish I had a game that I could say, like, yeah, I like, for Adam, it's probably going to be God of War or Horizon, one of those two. I think I'd say that for Adam.
I'd be the king of?
Yeah.
I would say back during launch, the first, like, year of launch for Arkham Asylum, I would say that, because I was in the top 100 in the online fighting for a bit.
Man,
until cheaters started coming in with sons of guns.
Yes.
But yeah, I was in the top 100 for was Assassin's Creed Online. That was it.
That's what you're the king at then.
Stop.
That's usually a King of
No.
Assassin's Creed.
No.
We got him, boys. We got him.
guess
Yeah,
mine
you
would be
definitely
Diablo 3
were.
then.
Because you
Yeah.
had your whole clan, and you were like
770 in the world or something like that.
top.
That's nuts.
I thought it was like top like 20 or something.
The
at your
clan was top 10, and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
my highest rank was like 50 or something like that. 50 or
King of
40 or
Assassin's Creed Genesis. That's how we're going to introduce you now.
I hate it. I hate it.
This was a good little. I'm glad we went down this road.
God,
Glad we went down this.
Lord of mercy.
King
Kevin,
of the Brotherhood.
what'd you do last week?
Hold
What'd
on.
you play?
Is Destinoto done?
He's done.
No.
I don't want to hear nothing else from
No,
him.
not
Okay?
Wow.
He made me go down this road, and I hate myself now.
No.
I'm sorry,
What'd you
Fernando.
play?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, actually, it's more of what I watched. I watched. I've been rewatching the Mission Impossible movies.
Oh, hell yes. Oh,
I did
baby.
not know you're such a fan of the Mission Impossible. Where have you been in Destinota's life? Because he is the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible
I'll tell you right
fan.
now. I'll tell you a little personal story real quick. When I was about 8, 9, 10 years old, whenever the first one came out, I saw it in theaters and I loved it. I was in love with that French woman. I was just in love with that movie. And then every time I went to the bathroom at night, even now, I hum the theme at night like I'm going down the hallway like I'm on a mission. It's funny. I don't like 2 that much. 3's really great because of Philip Seymour Hoffman. 4 is amazing. 5 is cool. 6 is cool. 7's so good. I can't wait for the new. Oh, yeah! I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep going. I love him. Tom Cruise running. That's all you need.
He's something else. Like whatever is going on with his personal life, that's
Awful.
separate.
Yeah.
But he's such a good fucking actor.
Family fucking show, you know? Mission Impossible, no swearing in those family movies, you know? You can take the whole family to that action blockbuster. Oh, they're so good and they got better. I love them.
I think my favorite. So I watched 1 through 4. I watched 4 today.
4's good.
Again. And I think I had stopped watching them around like. I think the last one I watched was Rogue Nation, which is the 5th one, and then Fallout 6, right?
Fallout is 6.
And then
Rogue
7
Nation's
we're
5.
waiting for.
Yeah, 7 we're
Next
waiting
year.
for. Yep.
Right. So.
And then
definitely.
8, because 7 is a part 1.
Yeah,
So.
I saw that.
Yeah. So good. No, it stopped after 1, and after 1, it didn't get a sequel. It's based on a TV show, but the first one, like, it's closer to the TV show. The second one is a John Woo action flick. The third one is like a mid 2000s action movie with a phenomenal actor as the bad guy.
Yeah.
And then it kind of fell off after that one. But then 4 is directed by Brad Bird, who did The Incredibles. And he brought the action back. That's why he was hired to do Tomorrowland for Disney, because they thought that would be a whole big thing. And then 5 and 6 started going, and now 7's coming out, and they have grown and grown into they're basically stunt show pieces. And they're just
so cool.
Yeah. They're so cool. A lot of the stuff is done for real, and it looks good. They're great stories. I love Ethan Hunt. I love it so much. Casey and I don't even care. Casey and I see them every time they come out in theaters. We love them. I love them so much. Big fan. Big fan.
Yeah. So now I gotta get 5 because I apparently don't own 5. I think I only bought up to the 4th one. And then I may have bought the 6th one. So it might be somewhere in a box.
6 is so good. That's when you have the Henry Cavill, the fist reload of a shotgun, and that classic bathroom scene. So good.
I definitely remember seeing the bathroom scene.
Oh yeah.
I definitely remember that.
Great. I'm glad what you watch sometimes, I'm glad you watch them.
Yeah, rewatching them now is also really nice because I
Yeah.
think I only watched like maybe the second, third, and the fourth one like being older versus like when I watched them back when I was much younger.
Yeah.
Um, so
What
definitely a
what
cool
what
experience.
what would you say is your favorite so far? I would assume 4.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely between 2 and 4.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, two like it's so some of the scenes that they do with him and the antagonist are just so well done. I think even like the fighting scenes for that time, they're so well choreographed.
It's it's too it's too 90s for me. It's a little too John Woo for me. I like John Woo movies, but I don't the doves releasing that knife scene is still really cool when it goes up to
Yeah.
his eye. Like that's crazy. And
Yeah.
then the motorcycle chase in that movie I don't think has aged well. Like when they're flying toward each other, like when they fly off the bikes, I
Oh
just
no, yeah, that's
yeah,
all.
there's a lot of moments in that movie where I'm like, oh man, this has
You
not
could
aged
definitely
well.
see it's an old
Yeah,
action movie that they tried things and
yeah,
some stuff worked, some stuff didn't. But
yeah. 1, 3, and 4 are like peak cinema for me. Like
yeah,
I think those are great. So, and then 4 was a revitalization of the whole thing, and Jeremy Renner's character being introduced, and then him slowly
yeah,
disappearing. Like, a lot of good stuff.
yeah.
Why'd he end up disappearing? What happened to that?
He had a lot of scheduling conflicts. At the same time, he was written into the Bourne movies. He was originally supposed to take over the Mission Impossible movies because the
Oh,
studio feared that Tom Cruise was losing his edge. Like nobody wants to go see a Tom Cruise movie anymore.
I
Because
mean, they're
the
wrong about
age
that, I
of the
guess.
blockbuster, yeah, the age of the Hollywood blockbuster, starring one big actor, bringing people to theaters, they thought was over. Tom Cruise seems to be the outlier because he usually brings in about 70 million during his openings, which is a lot higher than a lot of other movies. Um, but Jeremy Renner was supposed to take over
Yeah.
for this. He was supposed to take over for Bourne for Matt Damon, and then he was also cast in a small movie franchise called Marvel, where he played Hawkeye. So it was just Marvel
Oh,
exploded. Yeah, at the time it
yeah.
was small, but Marvel exploded, and then Hawkeye's role was expanded. So scheduling conflicts with that. The Bourne movie he was in did not do well, and then they were like,
Yeah.
we don't know how to write you into this movie, so we're just not going to write you in, and we don't want to deal with the scheduling conflict. So it kind of sucks for him. There was
Oh.
an article that was just put out where it's like he had free time, but for the newest Mission Impossible, they were like, nah, we don't need him, so they just didn't write him in. So
Interesting.
he can return for like part 2 or whatever, but
Yeah,
yeah,
maybe.
but yeah,
Interesting.
the
We'll
weirdest
see.
thing about those movies is how many times the female lead changes because
Yeah,
the female lead
the
never
whole time they
returns.
just leave.
Yeah, yeah, because you're like,
And
oh,
that's
he
what I was
found love,
wondering.
and all of a sudden he has
From
a wife.
from 2, he's with um I forget her name.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's with her at the end, and
Sandy
then
Newton, I
3,
think, is the actress.
just brand new marriage.
Yeah,
Just
he's
with
married to that lady, and then in 4 it's Paula
and
Patton,
4,
but she
yeah,
doesn't come back, and then in 5 it's Rebecca, and then in 6
yeah.
it's also Rebecca, but also
Wait, so
the
he divorced and then he married. He
no.
what?
So in you've seen the other Mission Impossibles. I this kind of gets into spoiler territory. So if you don't remember, I don't really want to ruin things. Um, so unless you're okay with it, I don't really want to.
I don't care. Yeah, you're fine.
No, I mean Desunoto, the one rewatching them. Are you okay with me talking about what happens with the wife and stuff?
Probably not past 4 because that's
Okay, yeah.
um
Then I can't talk to you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you off camera and stuff. I'll let you know what happens, Genesis, because I don't want to spoil anything for Desunoto.
That's fine. Makes sense to me.
So, but yeah, cool movies. I'm glad you're liking them.
I'm
yeah.
this. I gotta say, 2021 and 2020 so far, 2022 has been the year I'm here because it's been a very very big bonding year for them. 100%.
You
I
know
think
what?
Kevin can probably agree with that too.
I'll tell you what. You know the folders thing in A plus. That's it. That's all you needed. You know, when he stuck up for the folder thing, that's how you knew. That's how you knew there was unbreakable bond.
He was a true friend and a true brother.
Destinoto charged with murder? Couldn't be. I was with him that day. Like, come on. We're folder brothers for life. You kidding me?
Genesis, I don't know about that guy. I don't know where he was. Some say he was working in some sort of store, and
First
I don't know.
of all,
I can't really tell.
Destinoto wasn't there. It was probably his brother. His brother would kill that person. Guaranteed. You know? It's fine. Destinoto could be a good father,
right. You know,
uncle to father, you know, it's fine.
Oh,
you know, just replace you, it's fine.
Anything else you did and seen and played Destinoto?
Mitsuyugi?
What?
I don't know, that one PlayStation game. I saw it pop up.
Mitsurugi, the one with the blonde and the black samurai girls.
Did you pop that on? I saw that.
You downloaded the game, but I don't know if you played it.
That's not even... Oh my god. So the game is like, I don't know, a few hundred megabytes somehow. And they drop you in this little arena with a bunch of ninja dudes, and you try to hit them, right? And then they start glowing red, and you do your finisher attack, but then they don't die. So you just gotta keep hitting them until they actually die. And then it's just wave after wave after wave of different color ninjas that come out of nowhere.
You do realize that's exactly what they showed on the PlayStation Store video, right? Were you blinded by what the character looked like? Is that what happened? You were blinded by it, I guarantee it. Also, this is my second week of knowing what other people played. I just want to point that out.
I think this is just a reoccurring theme for you that you know this already.
I live in the future.
Yes, you do. 100% you do.
I pretty much just saw the
we
anime
know.
ninja girls. I'm like, okay, this could be interesting. But no, the game's horrible. The gameplay was very unresponsive, and
I don't know. I mean, it's 100 megabytes. I don't know really what you
expect
from it. How did they compress all that down to?
I don't know.
Oh, that's nothing.
Oh my God,
It's
Kevin!
a small game.
Let me go look up the screen here real quick. I'll be back.
Oh, so aside from that, I also tried Siren, the PS2 version game.
Did you not try the PS4 version of it?
I didn't see any PS4 version.
There is a PS4 version of it. It's whatever the upscaling system does to it. Try the PS4 version of it. It actually plays a little better than the PS2 original.
I don't like the gameplay at all.
It's scary. I played it once, but I need to go back to it.
But it's so janky and dated and like...
I mean, have you played Fatal Frame? Have you played any of the other ones? Because they play better, I will give them that, but I think Siren is what started it off for a lot of those games.
I'm sure the next game after Siren, after the first one's probably better.
Like Siren Blood Curse?
Like,
Siren Blood Curse is a sequel.
Yeah, maybe. I mean...
That's the one you gotta try. That's the PS4 version I'm telling you to go try.
Yeah, like...
That plays much better.
For the PS2 version, it was like another game that the inputs were all laggy, and you can't skip, like, the dialogue, the checkpoints were, like, weird, and everything's so dark. I don't know. I had to restart one part, like, in a few parts into the game, and the same stupid dialogue kept happening. You had to stand there for a whole minute listening to the girl telling you about how to look through other people's eyes and look through my eyes, and I looked through her eyes, and then we start walking, and then the villagers come and you can't do anything to them. You just get killed. And then you have to restart and do that whole sequence again. That was really annoying. I had to do that like 15 times, and I just stopped.
Interesting.
I was like, this is not...
Yeah, play Siren Blood Curse. That was the 12th episode one that came out on PS3, and they basically re-released it for PS4. You can
Yeah,
download it.
I do remember. I think we tried playing that one time, but
I was when
it was a
we were
while
back.
ago.
That was back in our hacked PlayStation 3 days.
Yeah.
I downloaded the I don't know what they used to call it back in the day, those ISO files or something. I don't know. It's probably something similar to an ISO. And downloaded and played it. I was like, wow, look at this. All right, Kevin, what did you do last week? Or Kevin said you'd be back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just looking up a thing.
Creeper.
Yeah. So you were talking about the game was only like 100 megabytes or a few hundred megabytes or whatever, and how could it be good, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I think it's 180 megabytes.
Fun fact. Game Krieger with 2 Ks was winner of this. What the heck was it called? It was a 96K game competition called at Breakpoint, wherever that is, in April 2004. It's a German developer group that came up with a first-person shooter that had like pretty darn good graphics by 2004 standards, and it was 96K, 96 kilobytes.
Oh my God, 90! How do they fit it into 96 kilobytes?
A lot of interesting texture streaming and compression.
Oh,
It ran very well too. It was very odd.
Man,
The game went nowhere. It went nowhere, but like they just were like, "Hey, look, this can be done." All right, cool.
fun fact, all of those people went to work on Call of Duty, but they were killed immediately. So, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
They were like, you can't shrink this. What the?
I don't know what that was.
What the dance beat in the hell is going
on? But yeah, if you're curious what that looked like, you can look up a YouTube video. It was pretty neat. Anyway, what did I play? I played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Shredder's Revenge with Genesis. More on that later. I played more Destiny 2. That's it.
Metal Hellsinger demo.
Oh yeah, the Metal Hellsinger demo. I also played that. That's
Here
right.
we go.
I just played that today too.
Mm-hmm.
Woof. Yeah, played that too. Talk about that later as well, sort of.
Cool. All right, Adam, what'd you do?
Mine's kind of like a topic.
All right, we'll hold off on yours then.
Yeah,
I can go next.
All right.
Not an issue. We'll roll right in the next topic after that, though. I played TMNT with Kevin. We'll have a topic about that, so I'm not going to go into any talk about it right now, but it was a really good time. I played more Tales of Arise. Oh my God, this game is difficult, dark, and very long. It's not short at all. Although I'm very into long games. I think I said that the last episode too. I'm really into some JRPGs that are really long for some reason. I don't know why. Give me Persona, please. I want another Persona now. I want Persona 6, please. I'm gonna play Persona 4 when it comes on PlayStation, though.
I'm gonna get a Tinder and I'm gonna update it and I'm gonna have it say difficult, dark, and very long. I feel like that'll go well.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how many people swipe on you. I can't wait. It's gonna be a lot. Meaning swiping to say I wanna date.
Yeah, I got it. I got what was happening.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to insult you. I'm sorry. I don't think I played anything else. I didn't play Rogue Company. I didn't do any of that. Did I miss anything, Adam?
Fall Guys wasn't this week?
No, I didn't play Fall Guys this week. No.
Just checking.
No. Yeah.
Did I miss it?
Yeah.
Oh, telling lies. Yeah, you did.
Oh God! See, I knew I missed something. There you go. Yeah, I platinum Telling Lies. That was platinum number 34 for me. But more about platinums, I think Adam has to talk about platinums and all that he's done. Adam, what'd you do?
Oh boy, what didn't I do last week? Oh God. I guess we'll start. I think I started the week with 110 platinums. I now have 117. Haha, by the way, got ya. Remember, you thought I had 5, Genesis. You thought I had 5. Yeah, what did I play? Oh, God, let's start from the very beginning. I played I played some Minecraft. I spent a little more time in here for some reason. No, that's not important. Telling Lies, I also played. It's a game that you could probably beat and get the platinum in about 3 to 4 hours if you're actually like paying attention to the story. If not, there's a guide online, 45-minute platinum. You still kind of understand the story. It was all right. It was a live action game. I didn't really care for it. And then
it's very well liked among the among people who actually want to play that. It's very well liked among.
So there's two live action games that have come out in the past few years that a lot of people like: Telling Lies and Erica. I have played both. Telling Lies is better than Erica, based on acting alone and writing. Based on those two key factors, Telling Lies is 100 times better, but it's literally you're watching videos and getting information from that, and the actual gameplay is like trying to make connections. So it's kind of like a detective story a little bit, but you're just like some lady on a computer. It's interesting. Again, it's on the PlayStation Plus collection, so if you want to, or the PlayStation Extras tier. I then tried Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. You two were not kidding. I don't like that game at all.
That game is horrible.
That game's horrible. The default controls are horrible. I played on 2 or 3 stages. I didn't care for any of them. Genesis told me that you could change the jump button. So I played it and then I deleted it. But then he told me about that. And I re-downloaded it. And I popped in. And I changed the jump button. And I was like, this game sucks still. Because not a fan of it. And I was like, what's a good game? So I downloaded Balan Wonderworld. Also played that on my alt profile. A lot of people have made fun of this game. It's known for kicking the creator off like 6 months before it came out because it wasn't ready. And they were like, hey, we're still going to put it out. And he's like, please don't. It's bad and it'll ruin my reputation. And they were like, haha, it's out. So I played the first 3 levels, and then I was like, okay, this seems okay, and then I Googled, like, when does this get bad? And people were like, the next level. And I tried the next level, and I dipped. I just deleted that. The Platinum doesn't seem terrible, but I put it on my alt, and I'm not going back. I'm never playing that game again, so I deleted that. And then I was like, I gotta just knock out Rhyme. I gotta finish that. So I played Rhyme. I got all the trophies in that. It had a very beautiful ending. There's like a hidden trophy you had to do. Like there's a collectible to find these 4 white shades. It's not tracked in game, but it is tracked for a trophy. I ended up finding those, and it made a little difference to the ending, and I honestly think it's worth it. So if you're playing through that game, keep a lookout for the white shades. The ending of the game, I think, will hit a little bit harder than it did originally for me. But yeah, got all the trophies in that. Then I played Detroit Become Human. I finally sat down and collected all the magazines. Based on how I played, I was stupid. I should have collected some of the magazines way before because I had to replay a lot of that game, unfortunately. There's so much I like about the game, that the music, some of the story's pretty good. A lot of it's bad. You can't skip a lot of things. It's such a David Cage game, and I hate it. I know Genesis, you played it and you liked it when you played it.
Yeah,
I know you're not going back to it. Yeah.
I don't think I will. I mean, I think I have like 70-something% trophies, and I don't think I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, it's not.
I got the perfect run. I kept everybody alive. Everything was good.
Mm-hmm.
I was content with where I left it. That's not something where I'm like, yes, I have to go back and play.
I'll tell you what, though. I've beaten Detroit like 7 times to get all the trophies. The last time I played, I got a different ending. I actually made it to Canada for a different reason, with Kara. I didn't make it to Canada like in the previous 3 decisions. When I first played, I did get the perfect ending of everybody lived, everybody's happy, peace, love, unity. But in this one, I created... I literally killed all the like rebelling androids except Marcus and North. And then Hank died, Connor lived, and then Kara and Alice made it across, but I sacrificed one of the carnival dudes, the clone dudes. Like there's multiple of them. They're like a entity. They speak as one. It's really strange. They're like a hive mind. I killed one of them so I could make it across, and I ended up making it. So, Played that, got the platinum in that. Then I played Erica. I went back. I had like 33% of the trophies. I found a YouTube guide that was like, hey, play this 5 times and you get 100% of the trophies. So I literally followed that entire thing because basically how I played it last time, the guide I followed just was not written correctly, or I was stupid and I misread or something because I was missing a bunch of trophies and specific playthroughs. So I literally just had to play it again 5 times. And Genesis was there for a lot of it, and I was like, I hate this. I don't want to play this anymore. I'm like, just one more time. It was good times.
You sounded like when I was playing Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, I was like, I just want the platinum. Just give me the platinum. Let me get out of here. And some of that the acting in that game is not good. From the main girl, great. A couple side characters, sure. The guy who plays the detective is literally, clearly not a detective. And also one of the worst actors I've seen in a live action video game, and probably in live action for like the last 5 years. Because he's like, Erica, your father's been murdered. That case is still unsolved. We're working to get it solved. And all those breaks, there was no cuts in the live action. It's not like weird gameplay where videos went together. That was literally one scene where it all played. Because she would respond and be like, oh my god, you're trying to solve the case, my dad? Like, why haven't you guys made any progress? And she would speak normally, and then he'd be like, we're working to make progress. You need to trust me, as I am a detective. And I'm like, no, you're not. Get out of here. So that was stupid. But I got that platinum, deleted the hell out of that game. Then I played Siphon Filter. This is part of the premium tier of PlayStation Plus. I played it on my alt because I was never good at the game when I was young, and I'm still not good at the game now. But let me tell you the saving grace of the PlayStation Plus PlayStation Classics. There's a rewind option, and it literally saves like every 5 seconds for the last like 3 or 4 minutes. So you can back up to seconds before your death. You can back up to literally as you're dying. It is so good. I died like 14 times. I would say 11 of them were the game's fault, where it's just controls. I was having a bad time. And I just rewound, and I was like, cool, fixed. A lot. Yeah.
They're going to have that for PS2 classics as well, I think.
Do they?
They should have it, I'm saying. They
should have I don't know if they do. I haven't played one.
Because you still have janky controls on some of the PS2 games. PS3 games really where janky controls kind of like went away.
It got better.
For much, for most of the games. For PS2, it should just definitely have that. I'm sorry I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. But yeah, the PS1 game, I still think that they just should reboot Siphon Filter. I think it would be fantastic. Also, the voice acting in that is still better than the stupid detective in Erica. So I just want to point that out. And the guy in Siphon Filter is literally like, I'm at the coordinates. It's like horrible, but it's all way better than the Erica guy. But I played a little bit of that. I didn't delete it. I plan to play a little bit more. I don't know if I'll ever beat it, but I'm having fun with it enough where I was like, I'm just going to try this for a half hour. I ended up playing for like 2 hours. I was having a blast playing that. Yeah. And then last night I started up the Artful Escape. That's also on the PlayStation Plus Extra. I looked it up. It said 4 hours for trophies, but I actually wanted to play it. So I just looked it up to see if I was going to play it on my main or my alt. And I played it last night. I loved this game. I thought it was so cool. You're a folk singer from a small town. You're about to play your first ever concert. And it's also the anniversary of your uncle, his folk album. And your uncle is a legend in your town, and everyone wants you to be this folk legend. Like you're comparing yourself to your uncle, and the townspeople are comparing you to your uncle. So it's a lot of pressure. And then you go to sleep one night and you're woken up by an alien and a man who wants to take you to the end of the galaxy so you can play a 3-part show to impress an alien. And it turns into this rock space opera. And the gameplay is very simple. I think that's the one drawback of the game is the actual gameplay, because a lot of it is holding square and walking like right or left. But when you hold square, you're playing the guitar, and it's just music playing. But then there's also moments where you have to like hit triangle, square, circle, R1 or L1 to match up like these like basically like play after me. Like Simon Says, play triangle, circle, square, and you play that. Some of those were a little difficult because I'm dumb, but it's an easy game. Like I said, it's around 4 hours or so. And I loved it so much. I like the music. I thought it was very pretty. I had Genesis watch for a second. The art style is amazing. It reminded me of watching a Guardians movie where you're seeing like the cosmic space and you're like, wow, this looks really cool. Like I was very impressed with a lot of that game. So highly recommend. Out of all the games I played, that's the one I'm choosing to recommend. That one I really enjoyed. And then last night, before I played that, I also started up Mafia 2. I maybe played like 20 minutes of it, and I was like, I'll play this later. I'm probably going to play it after this. I played Mafia 2 back in the day. I finally decided to bite the bullet and play Definitive Edition. I liked 2 enough. Even though there's glitches, apparently they're not terrible. So I'll play it again. I'll talk about that more next week, though. And then today, I jump back into Valhalla. The King of Assassin's Creed. I know you like that game. No, I started it up because I was like, I need to get the DLC, so I started Wrath of the Druids. I played for about 45 minutes, and then the devil spoke to me and said, hey, we haven't played a Paugi game in a while. And he recommended Flowers by Paugi.
The devil?
Yeah, the devil.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not buying a Paugi game, all right? Like, come on. So then he walked away, and I bought a Paugi game, and he came back, and we played Flowers by Paugi on PS4, and there's a PS5 copy. So we played it, got the platinum, and then somebody on a website said the one trophy for PS5 was glitched. So I went to my alt real quick. I tested out to see if the PS5 trophy was glitched. It was not. So we came back, and we played the game again. We had help from Kevin's roommate, which was cool. Yeah, so I got 2 platinums with that, which brought me up to 117. So yeah, and then that's basically what I played. Out of the 12 games I've played, I recommend the Artful Escape. Other than that, PlayStation Plus Extra is pretty cool. Premiums, I still say it's not there yet, but you had that rewind feature. Everything else, if you're going to play, like, don't play Balan Wonderworld, don't play All-Star Brawl, like, just don't play Paugi. Don't do it, unless you want platinums. Don't play them. But Telling Lies is alright. Rhyme is okay if you get the, if you don't have to go back for trophies, or if you're following a guide through the whole thing. Don't take the recommendation of like, you just go back through chapter select. Yeah, then you have to play the whole chapter. So it's really not, it's missable. It's completely missable. It sucks. So you basically have to play through the game twice if you do that. But yeah, Artful Escape. If I played that last year, it probably would have been my top 3 game of the year. I really liked it.
Cool.
But, yeah. So
Did you see a list I posted up in the chat for all the PlayStation Extra?
I did. I didn't like how that list is organized. So I didn't like actually go through it a lot. I also was looking at it on my phone, so it's probably better on PC.
Probably does look better on PC.
But yeah, I didn't care for it on my phone.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for playing all those games and giving your recommendations, Mr. Adam.
Of course.
Thank you very much for that. Kevin, do we want to introduce our little extra for this week here?
No. Yeah, let's do it.
So Kevin and I have a special topic this week. It's just basically us combining a double review of TMNT Shredder's Revenge. And because we both actually played through the entire story mode, and was it one night we did everything? Yeah, we did. And we have...
2 nights.
Was it 2 nights?
Yeah.
2, yeah.
Okay. Between 2 nights, and we have a full comprehensive understanding and review of this game now. Kevin, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, sure. So, first of all, .emu, I know you've done Streets of Rage already, and you've done this, so technically this is like your second beat-em-up game. Continue. Keep going. Give us The Simpsons and that one X-Men game that were like, between Turtles in Time, The Simpsons game, and this X-Men game. Those were like the top 3 4-player beat-em-ups in arcades. So you did a phenomenal job with TMNT Shredder's Revenge. It is everything I had hoped it would have been, and it plays just like old times. Oh my god, oh, nostalgia trip. Let's go. So what is this game? Beat 'em up game. Those don't come out much more. Or they don't come out that much anymore. Boy, oh boy.
English stuff, I know.
Yeah, it's real hard. Um, so this was a shock that like this game actually did well too. Like it is reviewing very strongly.
I'll tell you, I'm gonna share the same opinion on that, coming from Streets of Rage, especially from back in the day.
Yeah, and I'm glad because this is a genre that I don't know really why it fell out of like all developers' radars, fell off of their radars. Like this genre could be very interesting nowadays if you really like went hard at it and
I'd
like
agree.
updated graphics and stuff.
You get some good brands in there to do this kind of
Oh
genre.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh
my
yeah.
god, it
You
would
could do
sell
like Gundam.
hotcakes.
Well, they might have it in Japan, but like Metroid would be an interesting one you could possibly do.
Absolutely.
But yeah, uh, I don't even know how to review this game. You beat up a bunch of enemies on screen, and then you walk to the right, and you beat up a bunch of enemies on screen, and you walk to the right, and rinse and repeat. Sounds boring. It is not. It is super fun. Enemies are highly varied.
Yeah. I think there's almost like 15 variations of
Foot soldier. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
just
a ton
the
of them.
foot soldiers alone. We're not even in the dinosaurs and the robots and aliens.
And like every enemy, you have to deal with them in slightly different ways. I mean, most of the time you just run up to them and start mashing the square button, but like their attacks are very different. And like I don't know, everything is really deliberate. Not deliberate. Everything is very exact. So like that, I think it's the pink foot soldiers throw kunai. They throw like 3 kunai, but they always jump up and throw them down at an angle. So if you're up close to them, they actually can't hit you with that attack. Whereas there's foot soldiers that swing around like ball and chains, where if you
Like the
jump
purple,
up above
I think
them
those
and
were
kick them
the
in the head, then you can pretty much
light
hit.
purple soldiers, I think those were. Or I don't know what color
They're
exactly.
the blue or some sort of purple. There's a whole bunch of different colors, and I forgot all of them now.
Like
I know
15
like what is
colors,
it,
I swear
orange
to
that
God.
has bombs.
Yep. There's the black ones that throw the kukri. There was the yellow ones that throw. What's the thing you used to take the nuts off your car?
Oh yeah, the tire irons.
Yeah. There's the blue one with the swords, the red ones with the.
You got Mousers, you got the freaking things that they really went places with
They have
enemies and
archers
stuff
that use plungers as their arrows. Like that's how far they went.
And those were the crossbow people because there were also
Yes.
longbos that had normal arrows.
100%.
But then you had the things from Attack of the Killer Pizzas. I forget what the hell they're actually called.
The ones that go into the ground and come up. Yep, you had those. The Triceratops.
So much, yeah. Which that I still don't remember what that's from, but that is a thing in TMNT. A lot of callbacks to all kinds of things. Baxter Stockman. Voice acting in this game is terrible, by the way.
Yeah, I'd agree, yeah.
The voices they got for some of these characters, they were definitely. I thought they got the original voice actors. They definitely not. And if they did, they don't know how to do
even
voices
Shredder's voice actor was
horrible.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, it was like they got some random person and they were like, all right, try to imitate this. Unless they could be the voice actors for the Nickelodeon TMNT shows. I wouldn't know because I haven't watched them.
I mean, I think they would
the
be
most recent.
Aren't they? Wouldn't be the same because like they just got those voice packs into Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl.
I don't know because the TMNT cartoon I'm used to was on when I was a kid, so it's not what's on Nickelodeon right now.
100%, it's not. I don't know what's on Nickelodeon.
It was from
right
like
now. Trash.
FHE or something. Family Home Entertainment, I think, was like the company behind that. Anyway, but yeah, no, this game, the voice acting being bad doesn't matter.
Fun fact,
where it's at.
After looking into it, original voice actors.
Really? Okay,
yes.
They can't do those voices anymore, people.
God.
That, I don't remember those voices.
That's from 40 years ago, so it makes sense.
They're probably just old.
But yeah, no, like, I don't know. If you want to just chill out and have a great time, especially if you have like friends that you can play with.
This
Because
game
it does have
plays
online multiplayer up to
so
6
much better
players.
with friends. Yeah,
Oh my god, just chill out. Have fun playing
100%.
this game. It's relatively cheap, and it's the platinum isn't very difficult either. We'll eventually get that. It's really just time consuming.
I think the most difficult trophy out of all of it was beating Super Shredder without getting damaged. I think that's
Yeah,
the
which
only
even
one that
that
requires a bit
seems
of finesse.
possible. Yeah, because his attack pattern is basically like 3 things. Um, but yeah, no, like I said, I don't really know what more to say in a review because like there's not a whole lot that goes on in this game. But if you play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, or the Manhattan Project, or Turtles in Time, any of those games, and you liked it, this is more of the same, and there's nothing wrong with that. It is exactly what it needed to be. It's a little bit more. You have a little bit more of like a move set, I'll call it, and you can actually dodge roll, which is cool. Um,
The taunting is also broken too. Taunting just
the
gives you
taunting is a little broken. Yeah,
gives you just
taunting's a little
automatic
broken.
ninja power. You just immediately
Um,
destroy bosses when you do that.
but I don't know, Genesis, jump in here.
Who's the dude with the hockey stick and the baseball bat again? What's
Casey
his
Jones.
name? Casey Jones is, I believe, the most broken character in the game. Now, I don't know. I think you unlock Shredder also somewhere down the line. But as far as I've played right now, Casey Jones is the most broken. You don't unlock Shredder?
I don't believe so.
One of the trophies, I think, is defeat one of the bosses with Shredder. I'm pretty sure that's one of the trophies.
Remember that? Okay.
That might be an additional added thing in there, but I don't know. Somebody can confirm that for me. But this game, God, I can't remember the last time I've had just mindless fun with something like that. Playing co-op. The game is just an amazing thing to do. I know Desinoto had actually visited, and Desinoto and 2 other people have played with us.
Defeat the Rat King using Splinter.
Am I? Is that what it
Yep,
is? Or is
that's
this
exactly
Shredder?
what he's
the
thinking.
only one that specifies a character.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Okay.
Don't go that far, but
that's my man.
But Desinoto came over, and we had 4 players playing this game locally. That was so much fun. If you can get 6 people in this, that would be probably the most fun you can have in a beat 'em up.
It's also a very family-friendly game. Throwing that out there too.
Toad Bean Mamas is one of the. I just commented saying we talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes, I don't know what you said, but yes, we're talking about TMNT. I don't know. He typed in Teenage Tootin' Meedle Tuttles or something like that. I was like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's close. If English is not your first language, my bro, I don't know what you wrote there.
But one fan we have.
Oh, that guy dipped. He's not here anymore, guaranteed.
If he's not here, I mean, hey, listen, great, thanks for watching the show. If you, whatever. English is hard.
I love the tubular manatee Ninjago taters.
Toe bean
Here we
O'Toodles.
go.
I see. Okay, yeah. I can try and pronounce it right. I don't know. He's still watching, by the way.
What are you? Hold on. What did you mix up here?
No, he's trying to piss me off. I think at this point,
he's
trying to make me say the title wrong. And I'm
don't worry. Hey, if you want to piss him off, just remind him that he's the king of Assassin's Creed.
I hate this. Kevin, I don't know if you ever want to play more beat 'em ups besides TMNT. I mean, I know you mentioned the other 3 that you want to come, but I would want to.
That Capcom Collection's coming out. It's got some real good ones.
What's in that one? What's in the Capcom Collection?
I know Knights
30
of the Round
games.
is in there. Actually, I can't remember if that's the fighting collection.
And you can buy them individually, I believe.
Yes, you can. Knights of the Round is a very good one. It is very tough, but that is a very good game. There was
Tobin, there's more than 7. I don't know what you're talking about. He just said 30. There's more than 7 games. What are you crazy? This guy's drunk. He's on drugs.
Oh my god! What is happening?
All right.
I would like to try. I'd like to try Streets of Rage 4 because I know Streets of Rage 4 just got, I just got released. I think a couple of months ago.
Same company.
And I'd probably want to give that one a shot. But yeah, if you got a bunch of friends, you guys want to play something local, even online, TMNT, great game.
The
Can't
netcode's
recommend it
fine.
enough.
I had very
Yeah,
little issue.
we saw a couple times when the milliseconds popped up,
Enemies got a little weird. Yeah, I had the
but
millisecond connection thing, but like it wasn't an
it
issue.
wasn't bad. No, it wasn't bad. Not at all.
Netcode, word of the podcast, netcode. Ding, ding, ding. If you were guessing netcode, you win.
What do you win?
This
You
is
win a
freaking Pee Wee's
date.
Playhouse.
You win a date with Adam.
You just got the code! I'm gonna go jerk off in a movie theater. Remember when that actor did that? Crazy. Good times.
Congratulations to anybody who guessed the word netcode. You want a date with Adam. Thanks a lot. He'll be reaching out to you with the schedule.
If you saw my Tinder, you must be pretty excited. That's an earlier reference to a joke. If Toe Bean's mama wasn't there.
Wow.
Well, if you see Toe
Anyway.
Beans, get ready for your date with him.
Toby.
All right.
Good
But
repeat.
that is our review
I
of
think that's
TMNT.
really it.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's it.
so what's
It's
bad
not
about
very
it?
in depth.
God, there's
Nothing.
So you're giving it a 10 out of 10?
If I had to give this a rating, it'd be like 9 out of 10.
I probably
Now
give
let
it
me
9
ask
out
you,
of 10.
because Kevin, you read the IGN review and you said this person knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
They gave it an 8.
Yeah.
What did you disagree with?
I can see it. I don't really disagree with anything. I mean, reviewing a game like this is really going to come down to like your personal amount of fun that you had with it. There's really not a whole lot to like sit here and criticize and split hairs over. Like, I don't really. I guess you could say like you don't like the controls, but like you move around the D-pad, you hit square a bunch, you occasionally hit circle, X is jump. That's it.
It sounds like normal's controls, I gotta be honest with you.
Like, I don't know. There's not really a whole lot to sit here and nitpick. There just isn't. The bosses have like actual like attack patterns that are dodgeable. It's not a game where like certain arcade games were just ridiculously hard to get through.
There were quite
And it
a
was
few of
really
them that were tough.
designed to like take your money. Even Turtles in Time was very tough, especially. This game dials it back. It's very beatable. The difficulty levels add some interesting challenge. It also scales up with number of players that are in there. Like I don't. They thought of it all. It plays really well.
That's good. Because when I
And
play
leveling up
Assassin's
doesn't take long
Creed...
at all.
Oh, really?
Leveling up the characters is actually super short. You can do it before you finish like a full playthrough of the story,
Oh, wow.
which is only 16 levels. Like what, an
Wow.
hour and a half maybe to max out characters? Would you say, Genesis?
Just about that,
Like
because
each
I think
character, I mean, an hour and a half.
yeah, just about an hour and a half to max everybody out. Yeah,
That's nothing.
not long.
It's great.
Cool.
It wasn't bad to do all that, but Toe Beans, listen, if I will read your stuff in a bit. I think I know who you are already. Okay, I have a very good idea of
Wow.
who you are.
Andy stalking people. Jeez, what
It's probably their younger brother.
No, it's not it's not any brother or anything like that. I think I know who it is. I was gonna say, besides Streets of Rage or anything like that, I think the other game we'll have for probably next week to talk about is going to be
100%.
Gundam Evolution. Yep, because we're going to be doing the beta this week for Gundam
You're going to
Evolution.
be heading that one. I'll jump in with anything I've noticed that's different. But I haven't. I've played it already, so you get to take the helm on this one. I'm so excited. It starts the 23rd, technically.
23rd, okay.
10 p.m. ish.
Okay.
I should be home for that. So.
I am looking forward to it. Joe Beans, yes, this is what we do. We basically just, sit here, talk about gaming news, stuff like that. We don't play anything. Nothing that we really play in this. We're sitting in Minecraft talking to each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just sit here and talk about stuff.
This is what we do when we're just sitting here on PlayStation, too.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Honestly speaking, we're just trying to do a show.
So I do have a segment.
Please go ahead,
I'm
Kevin.
looking at the time. No, because wait, did Adam finish his segment?
He
Yeah.
did.
Okay. Then
What are you not
we're done with this
listening?
segment.
Oh my
I
god.
was listening. I just wasn't sure if that was your segment because it was just like.
What I play? I played like a billion games, Kevin. Is that
That's
not enough for
true.
you?
Yeah.
All right, I
No,
guess I'll
you're
get
right. I
back into
see
the
it.
coal mine and start playing more games.
Holy hell, that is not what I meant.
Oh my god. By the way, I gotta move. Living in a coal mine is not good for me.
Wow. All right. So this was very spur of the moment, so you have to bear with me because I did not have time to prepare for this, but I don't care. We're jumping in. Um, so I was playing the Metal Hellsinger demo today, talking with Adam here across the table, and we were talking about Witchfire again, and I was like, why don't I like this game? Why didn't I like this game when you recommended this game to me? What's going on? And even like Metal Hellsinger, it's an interesting game, interesting thought. There's some things I hate about it vehemently. Like the beat thing is way too big. The thing that like shows when the beat is happening. Um, it takes up way too much of the screen. Thank God you can turn that off. Um, and then you can actually see like the crosshair and stuff, and you don't have this random imposter crosshair. Uh, Also, shotgun is weird. Like it's synced to the music as far as like the fire, the pump, the reloading and stuff. But when you hit the button for a fast reload, makes no sense with where the animation is. Um, and then there's also interesting development choices with you have to shoot on like the whole beats, we'll call it, as opposed to just staying with the beat of the song. So if like the beat is bum 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 bum, you have to do it every time on that beat. You can't like do triple notes or anything or like quad notes. So you have a much slower pace to things where so now they give you here dual wield revolvers and I'm like okay what the hell's the point of me dual wielding anything if I can't shoot faster than what the beat is. You might as well just give me one with double the rounds in it and call it a day. Like unless I can sit here and have a benefit of I can now attack quicker with these guns because I can fire in all the triple notes or the quad notes. And that's like that would be the whole reason to have a shotgun in addition to these because the shotgun you would only be able to attack on the whole note, whereas you dual wield a gun you can shoot quicker. This is not even a thing. So the shotgun is 100% useless unless you use the ultimate ability, but it's still almost 100% useless because the revolver ultimate is you literally spawn a like phantom gunslinger that just freaking tears everything apart and it doesn't care what the beat of the song is. It just fires like nuts. um, so I don't know. There's some interesting choices there. I don't like it when rhythm games restrict you to the actual like beat of the song and doesn't allow you to stay on beat but hit like quicker notes. Games like BPM do this. Um, bullets per minute and pistol whip. I'm pretty sure bullets per minute allows you to do. Pistol whip definitely does. Pistol whip you can fire whatever pace you want and it'll track like if you're on beat with the song or not. Um, but yeah, it was Metal Hellsinger. It's interesting. Uh, Graphics are both good and bad. It's real weird. Certain things look great. Other things, it's like, ooh, don't look at that. Mm-mm.
It looks new and old.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
But like, I'm interested to see what the final product is because they got a good step. Like, I would recommend the game to people. It just might not be a thing for me at the price point that it's at, which is $40. I don't understand that at all. That's very high. But that's Metal Hellsinger. So we're talking. I'm playing that. We're talking about why don't I like Witchfire, and I go on YouTube and I find out that Witchfire apparently has been going now, and there was a video with a developer talking about it from 2 years ago. So I started watching that, and things started clicking. So now my segment: first-person shooters and how to make trailers or market them. because this latest trailer for Witchfire is not how you do it. So I have played a dumb amount of first-person shooters, all kinds of different first-person shooters, and you have every kind of first-person shooter has like its place in video games. You can have balls to the wall action games like Doom 2016, Serious Sam, or you can have games where yes, it's a first-person shooter, but maybe the narrative takes the center stage, like Metro 2033. Or you have shooting games that follow a rhythm, like Metal Hellsinger, or BPM, or Pistol Whip. Um, Even Super Hot. Well, no, Super Hot isn't really a rhythm game. Super Hot is something else entirely. But you have games like Super Hot. They have their own place too. Then you have looter shooters like Borderlands, and apparently Witchfire. So I watched the trailer from Summer Game Fest again. There is literally nothing in this trailer that suggests anything about looter shooter. And my complaints about the trailer, and why I didn't like the game, was things like, well, it looks really slow. Weapons are killing insanely fast. Like, you have different kinds of weapons, but they all kill everything in like a shot or two. So like, what's the point? Um, you have like cool magic and stuff abilities, but like, all right, I guess these enemies have yet to hit like the player character or do much of anything. I don't even know what they look like all that much because you're never like close to them. Um, but then after watching the developer commentary and they were talking about how, oh yeah, no, it's gonna be like this looter shooter, you're gonna be able to grind for gear and blah blah blah. I go back and watch that and it's like, okay, the pacing makes sense now. The fact that enemies are like not entirely smart makes sense now. The fact that when you headshot people with this rifle in this one section, there's a chain lightning effect that goes off. It's probably some kind of uh, like buff that the weapon has, or a perk, or whatever you want to call it, whatever the hell they call it, a mod, whatever. Like things started to click, but nowhere in this trailer is there like text. Like if you watch a Borderlands trailer, it's usually like, oh, a bajillion guns, freaking, we got this character, we got this storyline, oh my god, and like you wouldn't really think that that would add a whole lot to the trailer, but when you have no context,
It's just
it
some
helps.
random gameplay going or some random shot for the game, no context of what was going on. I think I'd
Um,
agree with that one. I think I'd
and
agree.
even like just showing an inventory screen or something, because we haven't even seen that as far as I'm aware. And like I said, it just started making sense because certain design choices made sense to me. If you're going to make a balls to the wall action first person shooter like Serious Sam or Doom 2016, all you need to show off is gunplay and quick, right? That gets that message across. All right, this game is going to be high intensity. You want to make a game like Metro 2033 or even like Fallout. It's a first person shooter, but the storyline and like if there's quests involved, that takes the center stage. Cool, that looks different. You have a lot more interactions between characters. You have exposition. You have like a narrator talking about whatever's going on in the world, or even you're having like part of the story play out in your trailer, so people understand that, oh yeah, that's a thing. And then you show random little clips of like a gunfight, but it's not the center stage. Cool, that pitches your game accurately to me. Um, Call of Duty games, like we'll take Vanguard's single player mission versus Modern Warfare 2's single player mission. So Vanguard's single player mission has a whole bunch of stuff going on. It's tense. Um, you are jumping around on rooftops. You're sneaking underneath tanks and whatever else was going on there. Modern Warfare 2, you have a very oddly paced video of slow, slow, slow. Okay, now we go super fast with guns that are really questionable because they sound jank, but apparently that's every trailer. So, um, and they also seem somewhat ineffectual throughout the entire trailer, but that's another story altogether. Um, and then you go onto a ship where cargo is sliding all over the deck because that's how ships are. Why would you ever tie anything down? Um, just let it fly over the side of the ship. That's fine. Um, but I don't know. Like it didn't have the same impact. It didn't have the same like intensity. You're just sort of watching it like, all right, all right. When's like a set piece thing gonna happen? This is kind of just like We've been here. We've seen this. What's going on? Because that's kind of arguably what Call of Duty is all about. It's about the set pieces. It's about, go back all the way to the original Modern Warfare 2 with the nuclear bomb incident. It was a big moment. Advanced Warfare was pretty much Kevin Spacey's character. Stuff like this. It's certain little things about Call of Duty's campaign have been like the focal points, and some of that was always like shown off in those trailers. Modern Warfare 2 didn't really do that. This new one, I mean. Vanguard, I feel like it did. It just, I don't know. The trailer felt more
organic. Like,
yes,
to life.
Like I don't want to say real because Call of Duty is very far from like realistic, but like it did. It felt more like a battlefield, whereas Modern Warfare 2, it's like, oh, okay, we're on a ship again, and it's raining again.
Well, we'll see what other trailers come out for that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Tobin agrees highly with you, by the way. He also asked, what other things, like, what are you really into with like what you play? You can answer this after I'm just giving you a couple of comments that he's been passing. He's been commenting quite a bit.
I was kind of running out of ideas, so no, this is good. What is it?
So he was basically asking what is you were talking about Witchfire and things like that. He's like, well, what are you normally into? Like, what is it? Are you just playing what piques your interest, or do you have like certain games you want to find to play? And then also he asked about Blasphemous. What do you guys think about Blasphemous?
Haven't played it. I'm curious. That's Blasphemous. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but we'll get there in a second.
I know almost nothing about the game, so.
Really, the price point has been taking me away from Blasphemous. I know it isn't very high, but like, it doesn't. I don't know if I would actually like the game, so I'm trying to pick it up like super cheap, like $5.
Toby and Mama's. She is asking. Oh, wait, okay, now maybe I have to think who you are. Then never mind.
Oh
okay,
God.
Keep going.
Anyway,
clarifying she.
So, but yeah, like what games I play as far as first-person shooters go, pick it. I own all kinds of games. I love playing Doom 2016. I hated Doom Eternal. Why did I hate Doom Eternal? Because every single time a firefight in like an arena ends, you have to platform to the next arena, and it was stupid. It got so dumb because everything is placed at like just the right distance to piss you off. Because you have to jump off the ledge just the right time in order to dash far enough to grab onto the wall to climb up and do it all over again. It was dumb. I hated it. There was no reason to have platforming in that game. Doom 2016 had a little bit of platforming to hit like certain secret areas. That was fine. Doom 2016 was paced right. You could actually get from firefight to firefight without completely taking yourself out of the high adrenaline levels of that game. Serious Sam, same thing. The adrenaline never stops in that game. And the secrets are the best. Highly recommend Serious Sam to anybody who's a fan of high octane first person shooters that hasn't heard of this game or played it. It's amazing. There's a secret where you find this little palm tree. It's got sunglasses on it, and if you shoot it, it freaking comes to life with two plasma cannons and starts chasing you down. It's real weird.
Jeez.
So, let's see. I like those games. I played Metroid 2033, a little bit of Last Light and Exodus. I love both those games too. I just haven't sat down long enough to actually play through them. I've played all the Borderlands games. I'm a big fan of 1 and 4, or not 4, the new one, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I think Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is the best one out of the bunch so far. It's really what strikes my fancy. But Witchfire, when I first saw Witchfire as well, I compared it to Painkiller a lot. When I was like, this looks like a Painkiller style game, but like it's not quick. There's not a lot of enemies on the screen, and it's not like accuracy matters over everything sort of game where like you want to be moving super quick to avoid everything, but you also need to make all your shots count because you need to start reducing enemy numbers before they overwhelm you. And when I watched the developer commentary on it, they also brought up Painkiller, how they were trying to like borrow from Painkiller. I'm like, oh cool, look at that, see? Accurate description. But again, like they didn't indicate that it was a looter shooter, and when you're gonna have a looter shooter game, having a high octane looter shooter just for some reason doesn't really work all that well because you're killing and killing and killing and killing and you're picking up all the stuff and like there's no time to look at it. You want time to look at the stuff you're picking up and choose what your next weapon is and things like this. Borderlands games pretty much push this as far as they can because you have a lot of sections of that game where it's just a lot of enemies are spawning, but eventually you kill them all and the game stops, gives you a breather, you can look through your inventory, you can swap your stuff around, whatever. And it's enough enemies on the screen to usually prevent you from messing around with stuff unless you're real quick and you're playing on like PC with the mouse and keyboard where you can switch weapons and stuff on the fly a lot quicker than you can with a controller. You don't really change stuff mid-firefight. This game, Witchfire, like I said, now I'm curious to see where they go with it. Now that I know that it's like that and the pacing makes sense for that kind of a game. Perfect Dark, who knows where that's going? To throw that out there, like I don't have expectations for that anymore.
You mentioned Perfect Dark. That text you sent me earlier with Perfect Dark with Metro. What is going on?
Oh, the Perfect Dark artist doing Metroid fan art. Yeah, that was great, wasn't it?
What? Oh my god!
That's Samus Aran. Give it to me.
Oh. If that's
I thought that was cosplay. I thought
I
that
was
had
like,
a metal suit.
Oh my god!
Like an actual suit.
If you're doing a realistic, okay, let's say somebody other than Retro Studios decided to do like a Metroid Prime, like if they did a realistic looking Samus Aran, that's pretty close to what I would think that would look like. The suit was also really cool looking. Suit was great. Suit was amazing.
But I don't know. Like, I feel like I can just keep repeating myself. I think that kind of gets the gist across that. Like, it really does matter what you throw in a first-person shooter trailer, including even like text, just to give people an idea of what kind of first-person shooter you're looking at. Because there's so many different ways to do a first-person shooter that you kind of do need to say, hey, this is the game we're putting out for you. Here's where the focuses lie. Now does the trailer make sense? Otherwise, you're going to turn people off. Like, I would have just said, Witchfire looks bad, whoop, and canned it. But then I found out, looter shooter, grinding, stuff like this. I'm like, ooh, hold on. Watch that trailer again. I see it. Okay, bring it back. I'll keep an eye on it. Otherwise, like, I don't know. I can't think of any other examples of first-person shooters I've watched trailers for where I'm just like, no, this looks bad, unless it just looked bad. And I can't even remember the titles of those games either.
I mean, there's a reason why you can't remember them, because they were not memorable at all.
Or like, okay, another perfect example of like a game that does like its own thing, Gtfo. You watch like trailers for Gtfo and stuff, and you can tell that this is a very different first-person shooter. It's going to be very slow, very methodical. There's a lot going on.
Please give me that on console.
To do.
I want to play GTFO so bad.
Oh, I know. I want to play it. I just missed the free weekend on Steam because I was having a hell of a time at work, and I just didn't care. And I'm a little upset, but you know, such is life. But GTFO, it's a very slow and methodical game that's similar in vein to like Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood, stuff like that. The other one with the dwarves that I can't think of the name of right now. Deep Rock Galactic, that's it.
No, we installed that. We never played that. We have to.
We do need to play that. That looks fun. So like, okay, to compare all that, like Left 4 Dead, the focus is very much on like hordes of enemies occasionally showing up, right? And you have to go up against hordes of enemies. Cool. GTFO shows no. There's enemies. You can avoid them if you're like stealthy enough. You can sneak around, or you can slowly take them out one by one without alerting anything else, and that's the best way to go about it. Because if you alert them, then you have to shoot. If you shoot, then you make noise, and you alert more of them, and they show you how everything spirals out of control very quickly. So, yeah, I don't know. Throw game mechanics in there. Give us what the gist of your gameplay is going to be.
I think the more game mechanics you throw in a trailer, it will always sell the game more.
I mean, sure, it probably applies to all genres, but like first-person shooter especially, in my opinion, because you don't really have a whole lot to go off of other than you are whatever entity you are with guns, and you shoot things that hate you. That's it. Like,
right. I mean,
I don't know. Thoughts.
Anything
that was going through my head.
No, and it's you know, you made the comment about Witchfire already, and that based on what you read now in this game and of what you've heard of what you've seen so far, after the initial trailer that you've seen, you were completely disinterested in that game. You're like, whatever, I don't care about this. I have that appeared during Summer Game Fest, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay. Do we also think that it was there was a tribute from the show, putting like that also like I don't care vibe in there because the show was so bad? Like, if the show was better, would that have changed things?
No.
For you in that initial reaction? Okay, that's what I would just wanted to ask that because I'm like I know that show sucked, and like I would have thought the show was better. Maybe we would have had a different outlook on some of the trailers.
The only reason I can say no with absolute confidence is because I didn't watch the show. I skipped through it to get to the games.
Yeah, he only watched the trailer because I recommended it.
I watched it again after like half watching it while playing Destiny.
Yeah.
Because Adam recommended it.
And I was right.
So I don't know if you watched the show.
No.
No. I mean, if you didn't watch the